Hey, Marion LaSalle, how are you today?
I am fantastic, Russ Johns. And how about yourself?
I'm better than average. Today's a good day, and we got lots of ground to cover. We're going to go out and do some networking today, and we're building on some of the things you got. I know you're releasing a book. You've got some expo to go to, and some things and activities that are going to take place in the next few days. And it's amazing what we have in the pipeline for Future Media Association as well. So I'm looking forward to all these events. And one of the things that we wanted to share today was a tool that we saw last year at Podcast Movement 2014 and Tim Sinclair. Can you tell us a little bit about what that technology is, Marion?
Sure. Well, when we went to Podcast Movement 2014 in Dallas, we saw a booth and it said RingR, RingR. And so naturally we were curious and went up to talk to him. And the owner, the inventor of RingR, this technology was so exciting. He said, if you want to sign up for the beta, as soon as it comes out, we'll let you know and you can test it for free.
Yep.
So of course, Russ and I were like, yeah, where do we sign, right? Something new coming out. But it has really changed, I think, the podcasting world. It has opened up the opportunity for us to podcast anywhere in the world with only a phone. Okay, right now it's just an iPhone or an iOS device, but they plan on expanding out. And Tim Sinclair, who is the CEO and founder, has assured us that this is not just going to stop at podcasting or audio. They're going to take this new technology even into video. So we're really excited.
It's very cool. It's very cool. So as we know, being early adopters, there are obviously some challenges, but they just released a new version which increases and improves the flexibility and stability. So what we wanted to do today was kind of illustrate a quick overview of how it operates. So with that being said, do you want to launch a session, go through the process, and we'll share this with the group?
I do. So all I have to do is go to the App Store and get the app called RingR, RingR.
Mm-hmm.
Once I have it opened, then I invite someone to do a RingR podcast with me. So today I'm going to invite Russ, and all I have to do is hit the plus sign, type in his email address, and then hit send email. He will then receive an email and tell him what you're seeing there, Russ.
Yeah, so when I receive an email, it'll have an email that will say either download the app or hit the interview code. I believe it's called the interview code. And so we can actually have this, an interview code. And so I just hit that code, it launches my app. And then once I connect with the servers and the systems back in RingR, it will allow me to hit continue. And then once Marion is started her recording and I'm on and ready to start the recording, it'll launch automatically. And it does a cool countdown. So it goes 3, 2, 1, and then you're recording. So
here's something that you need to know as someone who is inviting. You do have to click on, once you send the invite, you have to click on the email address that you sent, and it will say connecting. After you do that, you can, because you have to go a little step further. They don't have any directions in there yet. I'm sure they will, but for right now, you do have to click that button.
So for the benefit of the people viewing this, for you viewing this video, what we're going to do is drop a few. We'll do a little instruction sheet in here.
Excellent.
So we'll make that happen somehow, and then we'll take screenshots and share that with you.
Perfect.
So now I get and here you go. Another episode, Future Media Association, Tools, Tips, and Technology. You're the media, so enjoy your day. Hey, Russ Johns here, and I am one half of Future Media Association. Marion LaSalle and I are working on building a community that we can share all of the great technologies that are being used in the future of our media. You are the media. You are, available to do whatever you want these days in a very simple way. So one of the things that we're talking about today in Future Media is RingR. And this is a technology that we saw at Podcast 2014, Podcast Movement in Dallas, Texas. And Tim Sinclair, the developer, has been kind enough to work with us on the beta program and allow us to share this information a little bit. And I just wanted to kind of give an overview a little bit in a little more detail than what's previously been posted. And this is the kind of thing that Future Media Association is going to be all about, is taking some details, technology, and running with it. And so myself and Marion LaSalle are going to be developing technology, tutorials, information, sharing valuable, creating a community around innovation and things that make your life easier and allow you to get your brand out. Create that unique brand personality and differentiate yourself and rise above the noise. So in this technology, we're going to be talking about some of the process that you can use for RingR. Now, we've talked a little bit about RingR in a couple of other episodes, but just to recap, I want to tell you that this is a game changer in a lot of respects, because one of the technology limitations or challenges that people have with doing a personal broadcast, some call it audio on demand, some call it podcasting, whatever you term or choose to label your audio on demand or your personal broadcast. You can actually do an interview style, you can do a tutorial style like we're doing here today, or you can actually use tools like Skype, Google Hangouts, Zoom, any number of technologies to connect with other guests and other interview styles and connect people, from different cities, different towns, different locations, and create an interview that actually works. And there's so many different ways to do this. And one of the ways that we have discovered that is, I think, very innovative and really simplifies things is the process of using RingR. Now, RingR uses an iOS phone. It's currently only on iOS right now in development. And as Tim develops this further along, it's going to be introduced into the Android platform and also produced on even the desktop. So, there's going to be some evolutions in the way we connect, the way we interview, and how this is developed to increase and improve our voice quality and our interview styles, and gives us flexibility in the marketplace. So one of the first things you need to do on the RingR platform is download it on your iOS device, and it's on your phone. And once you go to iTunes App Store, look for RingR, and it's spelled RINGR, and it's able to be searched and downloaded easily. So go to there and download that, and then once it's installed, you go through the process, standard app installation. Hopefully you've had the experience to download and get those apps installed on occasion. A lot of people have already processed that and familiar with that. If you're not familiar with that, shoot us an email and let us know if you want some more additional tutorials on those details. Happy to help you and provide valuable information through Future Media Association. So once you have the app and you open it up on your iPhone, there's a very simple screen. It's very clean, very pristine, and it's very simple by design. So there's a plus sign up above on the app itself, and you hit that app, and what it does is it just allows you to enter a screen. Again, very clean, very pristine. And it says, who do you want to invite to this interview? So I twisted my son's arm and said, hey, I need some help with this. So I was able to send him an email, download the software for this demonstration. So you enter your information, and then you hit the send invite or send email invite, or if you have a code and you already know the code, you can actually enter the code and just launch the app and start an interview immediately. So depending on where you are in that evolution, it will determine what you need to do next. So then once I send that out with the email of the person I want to interview, they receive an email in their email box, and it has your interview code, and then it also asks you to download the free RingR mobile app if, in fact, you have not downloaded that app. So very simple instructions, and it also gives you some additional instructions at the bottom, so you can click on that link and get some insight as to what will take place. And it's very simple, and there's a couple of things that you need to know and understand about it. And it is in beta, and it's Tim's worked very hard to make this available to everyone, to get as much feedback as possible. And if you want to download this, I'm sure he'd be happy to get your feedback as well. So hats off to Tim Sinclair of RingR. And also, then once they click on that app, then they're presented with an option to download that app from the App Store, or you may be asked to or required to go to the App Store itself and do a search on the app. I just went there and downloaded it, so I'm not sure exactly how the link will respond at this point in the beta cycle. However, just go find it. It's in the App Store. Download it, and I encourage you to experience this simple platform technology. Now, on the installation phase, or somewhere along the way, just to give you a heads up, RingR will ask to access your microphone. Now, don't be alarmed, because this will be required in order to use your phone as a recording device. So there was a recent update later, in the last couple of weeks, let's just say in the last couple of weeks. And it was, a lot of minor tweaks, some major tweaks, and they're improving all the time. So just don't be alarmed if you get some messages asking you to use your microphone. And then the next step you'll see is it'll kind of give you a face or heads up and connect with anyone. All you need is their email address, to send an invitation. So on my side, when I actually do this, I'll go to the screen, and it'll say, it'll sync, merges two files. And some of these screens may be out of sync. I apologize, Tim, and correct me if they're not exactly correct. I'd be happy to make some adjustments along the way. So regardless, there's a simple screen. It gives you a brief description, and there's either a next or a continue button on all the screens. So then once I send that message to the invitation, and they receive that email, it says active. So once the person I send this to, the interviewee, then they will receive an email with an interview code. It'll give them a code or a download, and then once they launch that, and then it'll say connecting. They'll launch that, it'll launch the app, and then it'll start connecting. So then on my side, this call will be recorded, continue. On their side, they say this call will be recorded, continue. And then it'll do a countdown. Start recording in 3, 2, 1, or it might be 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's kind of cool. I think and then all of a sudden, once the countdown is finished, you're there talking to the host and guest is having a conversation, and it's live. So you go through, excuse me, you go through the conversation. you finish your interview, and then I'll hit stop. And then what happens next is after you hit stop and the interview is completed, then the audio from my side and from the guest side, the interviewee, those files on each individual phone in each individual app will start downloading. And these files download, can hardly talk now, I'm so excited. These files will download to the server where Tim and his team take these things, and they have, some processing that they do, and they balance the audio, and the quality is really quite good. We've come so far for such a little bit of time that it's amazing that this is going to be, what it is. And you have to really experience this whole process start to finish in order to really achieve the full impact of what it means to interview somebody with your iOS device and have the voice quality and have the audio quality. It's not the same as being in a studio. It's not the same as, having a high-end mic in a nice preamp. And, we can get gadgets and go all geek on you. However, it's simple, it's clean, and you are the media. It shares your voice, your story, and allows you to have a conversation with somebody else that can actually take part in your journey. So after the download takes place, then the host will receive an email that says, "Hey, fantastic news. This interview is processed and ready to download." Well, guess what? So I click on that link, and it takes me back to the RingR site. And again, very slick, clean interface. No over-the-top bells and whistles. And it says a big button there that says Start Download. So I start the download, and then it saves it to a file, and it downloads into a zip file. And the zip file, once you open the zip file up, it contains 4 separate files. And there's a file for the interviewee, the guest. There's one for the interviewer, you, the host. And then it has one that is mono mixed down and then stereo mixed down. Now, depending on what your audio editors are doing and what you want to do, you can actually edit this and make some adjustments. You can take and edit to your heart's content, just like you would normally edit audio. And I really don't want to go down in this. However, for most interview styles, the mono mix down is very useful. You can drop it into a file, do your intro, outro, and do a kind of preamble, whatever you decide you want to format for your show. And the interview is awesome. So it's just very clean. And I just wanted to share this information with you because I think it's an important move in the right direction for making audio on demand and podcasting simple and available for the people that are not as technically inclined as others. You shouldn't be a roadblock there for the technical. So because you are the media, Future Media Association, Marion LaSalle and myself, Russ Johns, are here to assist you in your journey, and hope you enjoyed this little presentation on a new platform for audio on demand and personal broadcasting, RingR. Go check it out. Thank Tim Sinclair for it, and share this, and enjoy your day. Thanks for taking the pause and watching the video on RingR. Future Media Association is here to help you understand technology, simplify it, make it easy. And so we appreciate your time and consideration in watching this video. We're going to go back to the regular scheduled interview in progress. Enjoy your day. I get the interview code email. So now I've received the code from Marion. So it's on my phone. So I click the code, launch the app,
Mine says connecting.
and it says mine's firing up, and it says this call will be recorded, and it says continue. So I hit continue, and it says connecting now. And then after it says connecting, it says start recording in
Yep.
3, 2, 1. And now we're having a conversation.
Having a conversation inside a conversation.
Inside of a conversation. How meta is that?
That's a real geek for you right there.
Yes, yes. So I wanted to share this information with everyone that I can, because this is going to be part of the future of interviews with podcasting, as well as any kind of interview process that you want to go through, right, Marion?
I love this software. It is going to change the way I can't hear myself twice here. I'm going to have to stop this now.
All right, bye.
But it's going to change the way I share my day and my podcasting with the world.
Yeah.
Easy as a
So
telephone.
now when you stop recording, it starts to upload. And so on my side, the you're the interviewer, I'm the interviewee, right?
That's
so
right.
On the interviewee side, the app uploads the recording that is stored on my phone from the software, and Marion's audio uploads from her side on her audio, and then it goes to the servers at RingR, and then what happens? It merges there. So,
and it's done. That's how fast it is. So it is a little slower if you have a longer connection, of course, or longer recording. But now what has happened is there's 4 files now that are going to be waiting for me. When I go to my email, all I have to do is click on it, and there'll be a zip file with 4 different recording files. They're MP3s.
Inside the zip file.
Yes, inside the zip file. So 2 of them are, one is Russ by himself, one is me by myself, and then the other 2 are the together, stereo and mono. Yeah. And I want you to explain that, Russ.
Well, the stereo file will actually merge my voice in one track in the left channel, and then merge Marion's voice in the other channel on the right channel, or vice versa. And so what you're hearing is Russ and Marion, back and forth. That's sometimes not, I don't care for that. So I like the mono file myself. It doesn't give you the stereo feel that you could have, like if you're talking to somebody in a room, but you can play with that. However, it does give you the opportunity to edit and change the files out. If I'm saying a bunch of ahs and ums and pauses and things that I want to edit out as the podcaster, I can edit those things out and then bring those back together, Marion. So it gives you, those 4 files give you a lot of flexibility on what you can do with the audio once you download that. And literally, you could actually take those 4 files and have an interview and have it up in a podcast in a matter of moments. So
one of the reasons why you might want separated files is because if you're interviewing somebody and there's a lot of crossover talk,
yeah.
Sometimes it's hard for whoever is editing your audio to really get that to sound good. So
it's garbled.
Sometimes it doesn't sound good, right? When you talk over each other. So that way they can edit one file or the other or both. If you don't have any problems, you can just use the second one and you're good to go.
Yeah. So look forward to seeing more advances and updates and changes in this file or this technology. And it's amazing to watch these things evolve and grow. So and you and I are all about making it simple and easy and helping others simplify
That's
the
right.
process.
We want to share it.
So Anything else?
Nope, that's it for today. We encourage you to connect with us. We want to know any questions that you might have. We'd be happy to demonstrate any technology that you're having issues with or that you want to learn about. So just take advantage of that and send us a message somehow. We have email, phone calls, texting. There's even a little button that you can push on our website that says send us a voicemail. You don't even need a phone. Just click on the button and leave us a message, and we're good to go.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Marion. I look forward to seeing you again. And until next time, enjoy the day.
Till next time. Bye.